What if I told you that your fear of not having enough is the greatest illusion preventing you from claiming the abundance that's rightfully yours? In this video, I'm going to reveal the stark difference between scarcity and abundance mindsets and how they shape our lives in ways we might not even realize. By the end, you'll understand how this mindset can lead to abundance and how to transform a mindset of limitation into one of endless possibilities. We will explore the lives of real people who embody these mindsets, and you'll see the consequences, good and bad, of how they thought about wealth and success. Now imagine this. What if two billionaires led completely different lives? One consumed by fear and the other glowing with abundance. Let's dive into the stories of these two individuals, both wealthy beyond most people's wildest dreams, but only one of them truly lived. Howard Hughes. Imagine standing atop a skyscraper, looking out at a city you practically own, but feeling only fear. That was Howard Hughes, a man who had everything by the world's standards, yet lived trapped in a prison of his own making. He was worth billions, but he held a scarcity mindset, a mindset that constantly told him he could lose it all, that what he had was never enough. Hughes became obsessed with protecting what he had. He feared losing his health, losing control. He built walls, both literal and emotional, until all that was left was isolation. His paranoia led him to avoid human contact. The money that could have bought comfort or connection instead deepened his sense of scarcity. Imagine having every material possession you ever dreamed of, yet still feeling haunted by the thought that it could slip away. For Hughes, money wasn't freedom, it was chains. Chains that tightened until his last breath as he locked himself away, alone and broken. The scarcity mindset doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you're rich or poor. It can twist even the best of circumstances into a nightmare of fear and lack. Oprah Winfrey. Now contrast that with Oprah Winfrey. Born into extreme poverty, Oprah faced limitations at every turn. She had every reason to believe that life was scarce, that opportunities were few and far between. But instead of falling into that belief, Oprah chose to see abundance. She saw every obstacle as a chance to grow, every setback as a lesson. She focused not on what she lacked, but on what she could create. Through generosity, self-belief, and a commitment to uplifting others, Oprah built an empire. She didn't hoard what she had, she gave. She created platforms for others to share their stories, to find their own abundance. Oprah's journey shows that an abundance mindset isn't just about money. It's about creating a life rich in purpose, connection, and love. Where Hughes isolated, Oprah expanded. True abundance is not about how much you have. It's about how much you share, how much you uplift, and how much you believe there is enough for everyone. But here's the deeper issue. Howard Hughes wasn't born with this mindset, and neither are we. So where does it come from? Society, media, and even well-meaning people around us often send us messages that success is limited, that wealth is only for a select few, and that we should compete for what's left. These messages promote a scarcity mindset because when we believe resources are limited, we become easier to control. Scarcity keeps us in survival mode, focused on protecting what we have instead of seeing opportunities to grow and create. It makes us feel like we're constantly at risk of losing everything. This mentality is pushed to prevent us from realizing the true power of abundance. Understanding that there's more than enough for everyone, and that real wealth comes from sharing, creating, and uplifting others. Now answer this question. Have you ever wondered why the thrill of a new purchase fades so quickly? What if it's all part of a cycle designed to keep you wanting more? The cycle starts innocently enough. You want something, a better job, a nicer car, a house that feels like home. And when you get it, it feels good. But soon, you look around and notice someone else has more. A bigger house, a more luxurious car. Suddenly, what you have doesn't seem so great anymore. It's like buying a boat. You're thrilled at first, until you see a bigger boat docked nearby. Then yours feels small, inadequate. This cycle of comparison drives you to constantly want more, to never feel content. It's the scarcity mindset at work, whispering that what you have isn't enough, that you need more to be happy. The irony is that the more you get, the less satisfied you feel. It's a cycle that leads not to happiness, but to exhaustion, emptiness, and endless striving. True wealth isn't about having more. It's about breaking free from the cycle of always needing more. It's about finding contentment in the present, rather than in the next big purchase. A quick note, in the description below, I've shared powerful free resources that contain practical, life-changing steps to help you break free from a scarcity mindset and embrace true abundance. These are simple yet incredibly effective tools that countless people have used to transform their lives. Now let's continue. Look, 99% of people don't realize that the beliefs we inherit about money can become the chains that keep us from reaching our true potential. Many of us carry what I like to call money demons, beliefs that were passed down to us about wealth. These beliefs can be insidious, shaping our lives without us even realizing it. Maybe you heard growing up that money is the root of all evil, or that rich people are greedy. These ideas become part of your subconscious, creating a scarcity mindset that limits your potential. One speaker shares a story of his grandfather, a man who believed that wealth was inherently immoral. He saw rich people as corrupt, and he taught this to his children. But his son, the speaker's father, chose to reject that belief. He embraced the idea that wealth could be good, that money could be a tool for creating value, for helping others. He broke the cycle, embracing the American dream and achieving success through hard work and an abundance mindset. The beliefs we inherit can either chain us to scarcity or free us to abundance. It's up to us to decide which legacy we want to carry forward. What if the stories you tell yourself about money are all wrong? Are you ready to rewrite your narrative for success? Picture your mind as having a screen in front of it, a lens that shapes how you see everything. This screen is built by your upbringing, your experiences, the language you hear around you. For some, that screen is darkened by scarcity. They see money as a threat, a source of stress. For others, the screen is one of abundance. They see opportunities where others see obstacles. The speaker's grandfather had a screen that equated wealth with immorality. It was a belief passed down through generations, tinting everything he saw. But the speaker's father chose a different screen, a screen of entrepreneurship, of value creation. He saw money as a tool, not a trap. This change in perspective was like swapping out a dirty, cracked screen for a clear, clean one. Suddenly, the world looked full of possibility. The screen through which you view money shapes your entire experience of it. Change the screen, and you change your reality. Now consider this. What if the best investment you could make isn't in the stock market, but in yourself? Traditional investing focuses on predicting the future, stock picking, market timing, trying to foresee what's coming next. But here's the problem. The future is inherently unpredictable. No one knows what's going to happen, and trying to outguess the market can lead to stress, anxiety, and often failure. Instead, the best investment you can make is in yourself, in your skills, your knowledge, your mindset. When you grow as a person, you become adaptable, resilient, able to thrive no matter what the market does. It's about shifting the focus from external factors you can't control to internal growth that you can. The market will rise and fall, trends will come and go, but the investment you make in yourself will pay dividends for a lifetime. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and want to support my small channel, a quick subscribe and like would mean so much to me. Now let's continue. Now tell me, are you living paycheck to paycheck, feeling like there's never enough? What if the real issue isn't your income, but your mindset? Many people operate from a place of scarcity. They see money as a source of survival, something that's always just slipping through their fingers. This mindset keeps them stuck, focused only on the immediate needs, unable to think long-term. The key to breaking free is shifting from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance. It's about seeing money not just as a means of survival, but as a tool for creating, for growing. It's about investing in personal development, in creativity, in purpose. Things that bring lasting value rather than just immediate relief. When you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, you unlock the ability to think beyond the immediate, to build a life that's not just about survival, but about thriving. Now let's dive into something even more intriguing. What if the secret to true fulfillment lies not in chasing wealth, but in discovering how to use it to change the world? Are you ready to explore that path? Wealth without purpose is empty. You could have millions in the bank, but if you don't have a reason behind what you're doing, it's meaningless. True fulfillment comes from aligning your wealth with a higher purpose, using it to create value, to help others, to make a difference. As the speaker says, if you have a purpose first, then use it to create value for other people. The more money you have, the better, because you can align how you use that money with your purpose. Wealth becomes a multiplier of impact, a way to do more good, to fulfill your mission. Wealth is not the end goal, it's a tool. And when you align it with your purpose, it becomes a powerful force for good. Now we move to my favorite part. Did you know that your brain is actually wired to think in terms of scarcity? But what if I told you that you have the power to rewire it for abundance? The human brain evolved to prioritize survival, which means focusing on threats, on scarcity. This wiring helped our ancestors stay alive, but today it often leads us to fixate on what's lacking rather than what's possible. The good news is that our brains are adaptable. We can change them through intentional practices like gratitude, affirmations, and focusing on growth. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, offers powerful tools for challenging and changing negative thought patterns. By recognizing scarcity-driven thoughts like "there's never enough" or "I'm not good enough," and replacing them with thoughts of abundance, you can literally rewire your brain for a more positive, expansive outlook. Scarcity is the brain's default, but with intentional effort, you can reprogram yourself for abundance, opening the door to greater peace and opportunity. Have you ever heard someone say, "The more someone else has, the less there is for me"? This is one of the most common misconceptions about wealth. The idea that wealth is a zero-sum game, that if one person gains, another must lose, is a myth rooted in scarcity thinking. In reality, wealth can be created, value can be added. When someone creates something new, they're not taking from a fixed pie, they're growing the pie for everyone. Another myth is that rich people must be greedy, but consider those who use their wealth to create opportunities for others, to give back, to uplift. Wealth doesn't make you greedy, your mindset does. Breaking free from these myths is crucial to developing an abundance mindset. Wealth is not limited, and having more doesn't mean someone else must have less. Take a moment right now to think about your own relationship with money. Do you see it as something limited, something you have to fight for? Or do you see it as a resource that flows to those who create value? I encourage you to comment below about a time when your scarcity mindset held you back. What did it stop you from doing? And what are you going to do to shift into abundance? Reflection is the first step to transformation. By understanding where you're at, you can begin to move towards where you want to be. Now let's look at the subject from a different angle. What if abundance wasn't just about money, but about every aspect of your life? Time, love, and creativity. True abundance is holistic. It's not just about having money, it's about having an abundance of time, opportunities, love, and creativity. Imagine having the freedom to spend time on what truly matters, the chance to pursue passions without constant worry, and the ability to nurture deep, meaningful relationships. When you embrace abundance in all areas of life, you open yourself up to a fuller, richer experience. You start to see that life isn't about what you lack. It's about the endless possibilities available to you. Abundance isn't confined to your bank account. It's a mindset, a way of living that permeates everything you do, making each moment richer, fuller, and more meaningful. It's about shifting from merely surviving to truly thriving in every area of your life. Let's shift focus to your personal life. If you're getting married, have you talked about money? Not just about budgets and bills, but about the deeper purpose of money in your relationship. Money can be a major source of conflict in relationships, but it doesn't have to be. The key is to have open, purpose-driven conversations about what money truly means to both of you. Is it about creating a sense of security? Is it the freedom to live life on your terms? Or perhaps it's a way to create meaningful experiences together. By understanding each other's views on money, how it fits into your personal values and shared dreams, you can align your goals and avoid misunderstandings that often lead to conflict. The most important conversation you can have about money isn't just about numbers. It's about understanding its purpose in your life. Aligning on what money means to both of you is the foundation for building a strong, united future together. You know, understanding the difference between scarcity and abundance mindsets is just the beginning. What if I told you that the real magic happens when you learn how to align your thoughts with your actions? That's where visualization comes in. It's the bridge that takes your mindset shifts and transforms them into reality. If you really want to see these changes manifest in your life, you need to understand how to visualize correctly. Click here to dive into the next video where I'll show you step by step how visualization can rewrite your reality and amplify the abundance you're ready to receive.